Ladies and gentlemen, this is Greg. I wanted to kind of say a couple of things about what happened last couple of days ago. On Monday, I went and did a roadie order. I went and did a roadie order of 12, right? And it was Memorial Day, Memorial Day, and it was a shout out to the to all those who gave their lives in honor of our country, of our country, America. And so what happened was right now I'm actually in the passenger seat. So my wife is she's here. She should be driving today. I took a break. And so what I wanted to just say was this. I'm going to put the chat on so you guys can talk to and stuff. Well, on Monday I was talking about how I had a situation happen, right? Just give you a recap of what happened. My recap was this. I was working on doing roadie orders, and when I did the roadie orders, I came across the fact that one of the orders, each and every one of the orders that I had to do, had to actually I had to call in each one of them. So each order, every single order, I had to call it in, and which means I had to kind of verify, take a picture of the fact that I have the item, the verify the order. So it's like you pretty much take a picture of the item, you scan it. I didn't want to scan, so I had to take a picture of the item. Then after that was I had to put it at the door, and then after at the door, I took a picture of that it was at the door, and then it wouldn't let me close out like it says it was delivered. So I had to go back to the customer service and call them and tell them that this is the situation, that that it was delivered. I just mark it as delivered. Then they'd have to check for the person to make sure the person got it, and then they would say it was delivered. I go to the next one. So this will happen on Monday, right? So because of that, there was 12 orders. It was about a $61 trip, 12 orders, and it was going to the Bronx. It's about 34 or so miles. And so when I went up there, it was one of those things where I accomplished the entire task. Long story short, I accomplished all 20. All 12 orders. Right, I accomplished all 12 of them. And what ended up happening was one of the people I was talking to said to me that there's that there's, I don't know, said about something, and they subtracted $5.09 from one of my orders, right? And so what happens is what happened was they haven't rectified that as yet. So me trying to be as proactive as possible, right? Me trying to be as proactive as possible. What I ended up doing was that I took a picture, because one of the things that's happened when in Roadie that they don't really talk to you about, but maybe they've talked to other people about it. But to me, when I started doing Roadie, I looked at all the notes. Like when I started doing DoorDash, right? I started checking all the notes as to what you need to do. And so incidentally, what ended up happening was that I checked the notes about when you're driving. I know they're not going to reimburse my gas. I know they're not going to reimburse my car insurance. I know they're not going to reimburse my upkeep of my car or any maintenance that I have to do. I know they're not going to do any of those things. But one thing that I would hope that they would do is if I have to go across a toll bridge, cross a toll, go across one of the many toll bridges here in New York, especially now, soon you're going to have this thing called congestion pricing that's coming up really quick, and they're going to be pretty much charging us up the wazoo for the whole congestion pricing thing. That's $15 for every time you do delivery into the city, right? They're trying to do that, which makes it unbearable. So you have a bridge and you have a congestion pricing toll to go into to do your travel. What ended up happening is that you're going to pay the whatever, the $6.50 or $6.94 for the tri-borough. Then you got to pay $15 for the thing just so you can deliver somebody's packages, right? So they're going to have to deal with that because that's a big problem. So what ended up happening, right? What ended up happening is that you have this scenario where my situation was I have been waiting for them to actually just kind of deal with my situation regarding all my toll bridge expenses. Like last week Monday, or was it Tuesday, I took my son and I went over to the beach. We had to cross over a bridge, and that was a $2.60 toll bridge over into the Rockaways. They hadn't reimbursed me for that yet. So what I did was this was my situation. What I did, I took a picture of all of the notes, all the notes regarding every single order that I did, right? I took all of them, because when you get done with all the orders, it said that I delivered 12 out of 12, right? But when they paid me the money, they gave me only $55 instead of $61, right? So I'm the reason why I'm making this video is because it hasn't been dealt with yet. The whole thing hasn't been dealt with yet. I've continued to just kind of reach out to them, and the situation is that I've trying my best to kind of reach out to them, let them know what's going on. So what ended up happening was that I got a picture of every single order I did, all 12 of them. I made it into one collage picture, and I sent it out to them. Then I took a copy of my Easy Pass, a copy of the toll receipt, because when you go to Best Buy, certain Best Buys you got to pay for parking. So I got the parking receipt, the toll receipt. I went to the Easy Pass department and I made a copy of that. I asked my wife to check it because she knows how to get involved into that because usually how we pay the bill is that we pay electronically. So anyway, so what happened? I made a copy of my Easy Pass bill, and then I turned all that into one collage. So on the collage, I wrote an email detailing the details of it. So the details of this is how many things I've done. Please check each and every one of the papers, and then after in every order, and also check for the delivery stuff, because they have whenever you do a delivery, right? For example, I put it, the first person that made me go into this thing, the first person I give them the charge for the parking, right? So because if you go there, you get multiple. The first person that you deliver for is thing, because the first person is usually the closest person, and they could have just pretty much walked. So that's the situation there. But if you're gonna go ahead and do that, just like I gave them the $5 one, that's the $5 for the parking. Then when I cross the bridge, the first person across the bridge, I give the toll bridge to, right? As I put it in there. But on each of the things, when I was doing all 12 of my orders did not completely go through. Like it went through, but it didn't go through the money amount. And so it was supposed to be $61. Ended up being just 55, because they subtracted $5.09 from one of my orders. And I'm like, why did you do that? So this is the question I'm trying to figure out now. It's also the question I'm trying to figure out too, is also like this whole thing regarding the toll bridges, right? Because that's a big problem, okay? If you don't get money right away for the toll bridges, that means you're gonna pay out of your pocket, right? You're gonna pay out of your pocket for this toll bridge stuff. You're gonna pay out of your pocket for this toll bridge thing, and you're not gonna get reimbursed from whatever, because I haven't gotten reimbursed from a toll bridge thing pretty much ever, right? And I was kind of like looking and hoping that they would actually do the task and do what they're supposed to do. But what ended up happening is that I didn't get reimbursed from them. You know, maybe they say it's in the price or something like that, but it has to be specifically, because it cannot just be in the price of the amount, because you're paying extra, right? When you sign the contract, or you accept the contract, or accept the bid, right? What happens, they say in the thing that they're going to give you payment for the toll, and also payment for the bridges, right? Or for whatever bridge. So for example, like there's one, right, going into like Midtown Tunnel. To go Midtown Tunnel, it's like $13, right? To go Midtown Tunnel into Manhattan. It's a really quick way. You get Manhattan really quick, but it's $13 to go that way. So what happens is that if you, for example, you do that, right? You do that trip and you go there, you're supposed to get reimbursed $13.88, because you're gonna get charged $13.88. So whatever money you have is gonna subtract from that. So let's say, for example, you have a trip and you're making like, $20, right, on the trip to go to Manhattan, going through the Midtown Tunnel. You already subtracted $13 out of that $20, right? Then what, you can make it into $7? So that's kind of the thing you got to be mindful of. So I'm getting to the point where I'm saying, like, don't do roadie if you have to cross a bridge, right? If you're going to do roadie, right, look into it. Don't do it if you have to cross a bridge, unless, of course, they're going to fix a way to make sure that you get paid quicker in regards to your tolls and regards to your expenses. Because sometimes what I've gotten paid back for is for the parking, because they add the parking to the customer. But what I haven't gotten, the parking like you park at a parking garage, and you go in there and all that stuff, and then you come out and they give you the $5 or whatever it is for the parking garage. That worked out. What doesn't work out sometimes is when you cross the bridge, and when you go across the bridge and you see there's pretty much just nothing there for you to get. So when you go there, you're not able to accomplish that which you hope to accomplish, and you end up waiting forever. And I end up waiting forever and not getting that reimbursement. So with that in mind, that's one of those things that you just have to kind of like be mindful of, you know. My roof looks terrible. I gotta fix up all the cushions on the roof. But for the most part, we're gonna do that. It's all like coming down. This is an old car. It's a pretty old car. Nobody wants an old car except the person who drives it. So what happens is that, for the most part though, I'm just saying that if you're gonna drive for roadie, be careful of driving for the tolls. When I used to drive yellow cab taxi, it was immediate. Okay, what happened immediately? That as soon as you cross the bridge, that bridge number would be charged to the passenger. So you wouldn't have to pay out of your pocket to pay for toll. Now, we're paying for everything regarding, like this gig work stuff, they're really kind of like, getting us, So I'm hoping that by tomorrow, I'll let you know by tomorrow, because today's right now is Wednesday. So tomorrow, the money, for example, nothing with Roadie is that if you want to get your payment, right? Roadie has interesting, if you get your payment, you can actually get paid the same day. But they charge you $1.99 to withdraw your money same day, right? I don't know how many other apps do that, but I remember when I drove DoorDash, as soon as you were done with the thing, you had a card and the card was loaded, right? If you didn't have the card loaded with the money, you couldn't really do anything. So I would have like I'd get done with the Dash, and I would have the Dash get put right into my direct card, my Dasher Direct card, and I would have that Dasher Direct card. I can go in and go put some gas in the car, or I can go get a sandwich or get a little snack from the food I just did. Now, the Roadie, what happens, it dumps into your bank account. It automatically dumps into your bank account every Tuesday. So if, for example, you do this, right, and you don't take the money out, it's not sitting in a separate account like how DoorDash has it sitting in a separate account where it kind of like you have it like it'll stay there and accumulate. No, every 7 days, every Tuesday, it automatically dump into your bank account. But it's not going to dump on that same day. So, for example, it's not going to dump on Tuesday. It's going to arrive on Thursday. So it's going to start on Tuesday, but you're going to actually get it on Thursday. So, for example, that really messed us all up because we were going to do certain things, this and this and this, and because of that, it just messed us all up, all over the place. So, just want to say really quick, I want to please give me a thumbs up in the chat. Also, give me a thumbs up. Please let the algorithm know that you like the content that you're hearing, because I want to do some sculpting real quick and just make something because I'm working on a sculpture. But I want to kind of talk, but I definitely want to just kind of let you guys know that this is some of the things that I've been working on with regarding Roadie, right? So, regarding Roadie, we've had like trying to figure out best place to put the camera so you can see me sculpt. Okay, it's like this. Okay, I'm gonna do this. So what happens is like you're just gonna sculpt like an animal here, like a little wolfy looking thing. And so what happens is like, we are just trying our best to figure out a way to how to make sense of this, because honestly, if you don't get some of the good trips take you across the bridges, and then those give you a certain number, like, so you have to find another way to get across the bridges without actually going into a toll bridge. But that's all going to change in about a month or so, because we're going to have the whole thing with the congestion pricing. And that, my friends, is a situation in and of itself. Because you know what? If you're doing a drive type thing, you're doing a drive type work, what ends up happening is that you are not able to drive into the city without having to pay for extra money on extra things. So, and you don't want to pay out of your pocket for stuff. Okay, so that's number one. You don't want to do that. You want to make sure that when you do anything, you're going to get reimbursed for it, So otherwise, you're not going to do it. I mean, why would you do something? Why would you drive all the way into Long Island if you're not going to get paid for going to Long Island? And they say, well, submit a receipt and you're going to get it. Now, they should know by the very fact that they're the way the app reads that you're going to cross the bridge. You're going to have to cross the bridge, and by crossing that bridge, it's going to be the extra amount. See, because the way they have it written, right, in it is you need a website for your business. No. What happens is like, thank you though. But what happens is like, you have the scenario where it's like, they should automatically know that as you're crossing the bridge, you're going to have to pay a toll for that, especially here in New York. If you cross into Midtown Tunnel, you got to pay $13. If you cross over the Tri-Borough Bridge, you're going to pay $13. And soon it's going to be the congestion pricing thing, which is going to totally mess up downtown. And that's going to mess up not only downtown, but also it's all going to mess up downtown. It's also going to mess up like all the businesses that are downtown there as well, So for the most part, though, you have a scenario and a situation where if you go ahead and do this thing, you do it at your own risk. And that's what I don't like, because you know what? It's supposed to cover the expenses that you did. That's not part of your expenses, right? I mean, I understand. Yeah, we already pay for the car. We're already paying for the insurance. We're already paying for the upkeep, the maintenance, the tires. I just got my tires, like all the tires, kind of redone. I just got I've done about 2,000 miles driving for Roadie already, right? So the thing is, driving for them, it should be a quick and easy turnaround. It shouldn't be something where I have to submit proof that I'm a driver, submit proof that I have an Easy Pass. What the guy told me the first time, he said, take a picture of my Easy Pass thing. So I took a picture of my Easy Pass thing, submit the picture, and tell them how much the price is. That goes to the customer. You know what happens? They say, well, you have to wait 3 days. As a matter of fact, it says that you have to wait, you get up to 15 days. It might take for according to terms of service. It might even say, well, not terms of service, but according to their terms of service, which it kind of made, later, it said that it's up to 15 days. Anything within 15 days is what they'll cover to recover that back to you. Now, I haven't seen that. I've done a lot of traveling, and I've gone there, and I haven't seen any of the 15-day stuff, right? Because I've actually submitted as soon as I got it. I did the thing where the guy told me, he said, take a picture of your Easy Pass, submit the information. I did that. So my wife and I, what we did, we took a picture of the Easy Pass, we took a picture of the bill, we took a picture of the receipt for the parking garage, and we submitted all of that to the thing. Now, why is this so important, you say? Because again, if you're going across bridges and you don't get paid for going across bridges, you're not going to go across bridges anymore, right? It's just not the way. If you have to go to the tunnel, you have to pay for a tunnel. You're just not going to pay for the tunnel anymore. You're going to say, I'm not going to go that way. I'm going to go the long way, and they get it, whatever they get it. So my thing was like, when I started, right? Started doing the Roadie thing, I was really excited by the fact of actually going, because DoorDash, they don't make you go across the bridge, I don't know, they don't make you go across the bridge. You kind of like work in one area and you don't really cross the bridge unless you put that as a scenario, right? Has any of you guys ever had a situation like that where you drove for a company like a gig app or something, and what happens, they make you actually, they eat your they eat the money and don't give it back to you for the bridges and stuff, bridges and tunnels. Everybody ever had that happen before? You'll pay more for gas going a long way. Yeah, you do, but then you end up paying. You don't get reimbursed. You see, you don't even get reimbursed for the gas. Like I thought about that, because for example, when I was coming home on Monday, right, it was like I could either go across the bridge and pay like what is it, $6.50, or I could just like just take the 15 miles to get home from Manhattan. And I ended up doing that, and it was like I had enough gas to do the trip yesterday. But it's like I did 2 Roadie orders yesterday. I didn't do any Roadie orders today, but what happened was like, you're saving gas, but they're supposed to reimburse you. So they're saying that on your way, if I have to take a bridge, right, a toll bridge to go to pick up something, they're not going to reimburse me for that, right? They said, according to it, they said they're not going to give you money or reimburse you. They're going to reimburse you for going across the bridge, right, to get to a pickup. But if you're already, like for example, in my case, I had a situation where it's like I'm already, I did the pickup, right, according to the rules of the game. Yo, what's up, my G? Okay, so what happens is that Benjamin says, what's up, my G? Yo, what's up? So what happens is like, I had the thing, shout out, what's up? So I had a thing where I picked it up. I went to pick it up at the Best Buy, and then from the Best Buy, I had to go into deliveries. And so delivery first one, is local, 2 locals. They want to cross the Whitestone Bridge into Bronx. And those of you who know the Bronx, it's like I took a picture. I'm gonna send that picture up in a little bit, just show you guys the cool Whitestone Bridge travel over. I think I did that with the thing, but I traveled over the Whitestone Bridge and I went all the way up into Bronx, and I traveled all across Bronx to do the trip. Anyway, so what happened was like when I did all that, right, I was able to like accomplish my task. I did the task. Maria, it says Maria del Refugio Maldonado says, sup? What's up? Yo, what's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? Yeah, I'm here right now. I'm in Brooklyn. So Brooklyn, what's up? If you're anyone from Brooklyn, what's up? So yeah, I'm here, and I am just like trying to figure out. So I did the drive, and I actually went to a nice part where I drove to down the Harlem River Drive. And I was just shocked at the fact that it's like every single order. I mean, just imagine that. Every single order, you got to call it in. Call it in to customer service and said, listen, I delivered this one. You'd have to call the customer, and you're sitting there waiting. But I didn't just sit and wait. I said, let me go to the next one. And between this one and this one, I'll cut down the time. Because, if you just start sitting down and waiting, right? You start sitting down and you're waiting for like, for the, the ice to melt, then you're just pretty much wasting time. So you have to kind of keep moving and keep doing stuff, because if you don't keep doing stuff, eventually you're going to be like one of those situations where you're going to waste all your time, and it gets later and later, and then people are like, hey, why don't you drop off my stuff? How can we take forever to get my things? Things like that, right? So you're just kind of like, well, I had a problem. I said, that's your problem, not my problem, kind of thing, That's your problem. Could you give me a thumbs up, everybody who wants a shout out? Give me a thumbs up in the chat. I'll give it them in the chat, but also give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Please definitely follow me. I just enjoy all the people who come and share with me and who love my channel. And thank you all so much for that. I really appreciate it, because what happens is that we're getting pretty close to, we got monetized already, and we've been doing a monetization. And so we're slowly getting better and better every day with more and more stuff that we're presenting. So I'm just like, in the process of just kind of making more art and stuff and just being able to do that. And I'm just really just excited about the fact that I can make creatures and things, So I'm working on a Hello Kitty. Here's a Hello Kitty. Somebody asked, hey man. And so Nimrod Shabu says, hi man. So, and Matthias de la Flu says, hola. So I'm making a Hello Kitty. And I'm also making some kind of like a tiger creature looking thing with a big like saber tooth. Hey, my saber tooth, right? So out of masking tape. Oh, I'm talking to you guys, right? Tell you gotta be able to like spin plates, my friends. Spin plates. So what happens is like, I was just we're just kind of waiting for our kids right now. My wife and I were here in Brooklyn. And what happened was like, we had a thing where our kids are actually, they went to a retreat, with a church, with the homeschool group that we are part of. They had a retreat, so we're gonna wait to pick them up. So we had to drive all the way down to the bottom of Brooklyn. Just like 15 miles away from where we are, which is gas, okay? And we had to travel there, and so now we're here waiting for our kids to show up, and it's all kind of traffic, because it's always traffic. It says, search Mr. Thopi, he looks like you. Somebody else said, they say I look like they say I look like a Chris Rock. Maybe not right now, but they say sometimes I look like Chris Rock. I would have the hair, but my hair is just like, see, my hair, I just let it grow. I haven't cut my hair for like 7 years, just letting this jammy grow. And the reason why I let it grow, because I did a body painting event back in 2017. And it was like, it was a really cool event. So then I was like, you know what, I really, it was the first time, it was a Times Square event. If you ever look into my videos, I have like a body paint thing there, and it was Times Square, and that was the first time I ever did like a body paint thing on a big thing called it was called Body Notes. Anyway, long story short, I just let my hair grow, and it's been growing for 7 years. So it's like, this is just like 7 years of growth and just letting it grow. I thought about dreading it up and just kind of braiding it and stuff like that. I had my kids try it once in a while to braid up my hair, and it was like, I didn't like the pressure of it all on my head. I just like how it just flows freely like this, you know. So it's like, I like it to like just gonna shake it a little bit and all that. But for the most part, though, it's I don't have my headphones on. It's like, I'm just gonna take my headphones and put it over there. It's just around my neck for no reason. So yeah, so what happens is like, we have yeah, I did that, and so I just had to let it grow. Just let it grow. Okay, so anyway, yeah, for the most part though, yeah, so I'm just kind of working on a sculpture here. I was able to finish a couple of commission pieces today, and I was really happy about that. So we have one that's already been shipped out. One of my friends, they paid for a commission for me to make something for them, one of their pets, and so I was able to do that. So I was happy just to be able to have that option of being able to make pets for my friends and recreate them. So yeah, that it's on its way. It should arrive on Friday, so you'll be able to see some of that on my Instagram when it arrives by Friday. And then my daughter is graduating on Saturday. So Saturday's my daughter, who went on the trip with me to Pennsylvania. If you guys saw that trip from before, she's graduating this Saturday. Homeschool graduation. A homeschool graduation of high school. She's graduating high school. So it's the big one, y'all. The big one. She's graduating. So yeah, so pretty much she's gonna be able to. Your skills are good, man. Keep going. Like, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And so what happens is like, I'm just in the process of just kind of making this art, and you'll see this in a little bit. It's going to be really cool. I just can't wait to get this all completed and finished, because it's like, it's like, you should see like some of the crazy stuff that I make, like some of the big stuff, right? It's like, it's a lot of fun, because it's like, when I do them, they're a lot of fun. They're fun to make. And also, the other day I made an elephant. Did I show you guys the elephant when but a customer asked me to make an elephant, and I made an elephant for them on the spot, right? And so with that, I was able to like get all the stuff done that I was really happy for. I was able to just kind of go out there and make a cool elephant, and made a cool elephant, and I was able to do that really quick. It took about maybe 40 minutes or so, but it wasn't painted. It was just kind of like how this is right here. So this is like how I make stuff, just kind of like do that, and I'm just kind of working on that. It's like, yeah. So next thing I do, I fill them out. I see, all still waiting. So this is being able to do this while talking, right? Yeah. You know what it is muscle memory. There was you know what it was? I remember when I first started learning how to do Blender. All right, I learned how to do Blender. It was a thing where I was completely. I guess everything happens that way when you learn how to play guitar, or you learn how to play any instrument or something. You're you're really focused, because you're not sure what to do. Once you start programming your arms, and you start programming your skills, you can be able to do a lot of stuff. So I'm gonna bring it back to Roadie. Talk about Roadie. Okay, so what I liked about Roadie, and what I still like about Roadie, by the way, is that the fact that you know how much you're gonna get before you start, and you know how much you're gonna get when you're done. So you're looking at the thing about, okay, you look at an order and it says $60 for this order. You're gonna do X amount of trips. You're gonna go through X amount of traffic, but you have all your stuff on board, right? When you start, you're a cargo ship. You become like a cargo ship player, and you already start off in the beginning. With knowing exactly how much how many things you have. So for the most part, though, what ends up happening is that you're able to gauge your timing. Not to mention, it's not really a time situation. But yesterday was the first time I did Roadie from here, right? I took a Roadie order from here, and it took me into Manhattan, and they gave me like one of those time alert things that says you have to deliver by a certain time, and I was just like, that's odd. I continued to deliver like normal. I didn't hesitate or slow down or anything. Didn't rush any further, because I had to go from here in Brooklyn, which is like Bay Ridge, Brooklyn, to like 34th Street, Manhattan. And anybody who knows the distance of that, that's about what's that, 15 miles? No, 8 to 15 miles. That's pretty far, right? I could be wrong. Maybe it's not 15 miles. Maybe it's like maybe 8 or so miles. But anyway, what happened was, like, it was a long trip. Got to go through different levels of traffic, and I sure ain't going through that tunnel. You understand? Wonder why I'm going through that tunnel? Because for some reason they don't want to pay me right away whenever it comes down to my tunnel trips or my bridge trips. So because of that, I had to go the long way, which is like the Brooklyn Bridge way. So Misa had to go across the Brooklyn Bridge way. And incidentally, when you go across the Brooklyn Bridge way, it's a little bit bigger. It's a little bit more, robust and a little bit more traffic than if you go the other way. So what happens is, like, you have it where, you see the muscles in there, see that muscles? Yeah, right. See your hand muscles. These are like, I just think about like how much like, compression I must do, in this stuff here. When you really think about it, it's like one of those things where, it's a lot of exercise, because what happens is, like, if you have to kind of like flex your muscles to make, what do you call it, this thing here, and imagine like it's like a piece of paper. You pick up one piece of paper 1,000 times, you picked up 1,000 pieces of paper. And if one piece of paper weighs 1 pound, you picked up 1,000 pounds of paper, right? So think about how many rolls of tape have I gone through my entire career of masking tape. I still want to get like a sponsorship with 3M, which is not sponsored, by the way, by 3M, not yet, but I know somebody out there knows somebody who knows somebody else, right? So I just want to so let you know right there. So anyway, long story. I'm just gonna fill this guy out right here. See, he's got the legs, and he got the arms. Let's fill him up, shall we? Should I make him a female? Or should I make him a she? Or make him a he? I don't know. You let me know. So anyway, okay, this one says health for review. Okay, what does that mean? What does health for review mean? What is it? Somebody say something bad? I don't know what it says. Let me see what it says. It says this message is health for review. Put this on there. Oh my word. You're so bad. You get humans. Oh, goodness. Humans are a weird creature. I'm not gonna say. Okay, so thank you, Mr. Moderator. Somebody said something very offensive to me. What? Somebody said something very offensive to me. It makes me laugh. Oh my goodness. Because it was like, not that I encouraged that. It was like offensive because like it got blocked, Somebody knocked it out. Anyway. Love from India. So yeah, anyway, so what happens is, like, this is the scenario. Let me go ahead and just kind of make this for you. So anyway, so I'm going to like see if I can just kind of keep working on this. This is my thought and process again. So what should a person do? Should a person definitely proceed and hope for the best? But I'm gonna let you know what happens tomorrow. Because what happens, I decided to not take bridges anymore until this is resolved. So no more bridge traffic, no more crossing over bridges with me and Roadie, and neither should with you as well. We should make it should protest against that. If you're not gonna get paid for going across the bridge, if you're not gonna get paid for going across a bridge, then you shouldn't go across the bridge. You understand? Varun, where are you from? I'm from New York City, my friend. I am not originally from New York, but I live in New York City, and I am a road warrior who does roadie deliveries. I don't know. It says I'm a gig worker. How's that? Because what happens is that I do gigs as well as I make art. And so one of the things I do, I love, and I just enjoy doing, I make art. So right now I'm just kind of sculpting this cat-like creature, this cat-like creature, and in art form using just nothing but masking tape, right? Nothing but masking tape. And so I know you guys like to see me do this, and I really appreciate you guys, by the way, for coming to see me do this, because it means a lot to me. Not to mention, you also help me with the viewership. Definitely, if you want to support us, definitely you can send a super chat. I have my super chats available, so you want to, it's monetization available. If you want to send me like $1 or a nickel or a penny, please do so. You can do that. I won't be offended, I promise. If you want to send more than that, that's also good too, because you know what? We live in a world where money runs a lot of things, right? Yeah, you're an artist, and as an artist, you shouldn't have to struggle, because you're bringing value to people. As you're telling them about the struggles and situations you're going through as a person. Also, I know you guys have struggles and situations too that you're going through, but for the most part, though, it's like one of those things that I'm glad that you're able to be here on my show today to hear me talk about stuff. I just want to say thank God for all that has happened. I thank God for this car. This car has been through so much. Okay, I've done oil changes. I've done fuel pump changes. I've done so many. I've done fuel pump changes. I've done the water pump changes twice. The first time we did it last year. Second time I did it myself. And yes, what do you make? What do I make? I make art. So anyway, so what happens is, like, you have this thing where, here's it's forming up, right? You're gonna form him up. So you're gonna have like there's the forming up. There you go. So it's like so far, right? So you have like he has his arms. Should I make a guy or should I make a girl? Girl's always more fun to make. I don't know. So art is love. Art is love. Thank you, K Sims. K Sims says art is love. Art is love. Art is life. And art is as a matter of fact, art is everywhere. Everything you see in life is made by an artist. Everything. So when you look at how a car is made, you look at the shirt, how the shirt's made. How right now I'm making an art right now, making an art structure of like some kind of like a feral cat-like creature. That's also, so you can make like a cat like this, and it's a cat, or like this, and it also is a human. It's pretty cool. What happens is that, thank you. Casey said, thank you. And it says, Art is my sister's name, bro. Okay, well that's good. Your sister, you have a sister named Art. You know, if you had HE to it, it becomes Heart. You know, and if you had a E and H to that, it becomes Earth. So yeah, there you go. So Art is your sister's name. So for the most part, though, is you know, you have that where yeah, we are artists. Everything you've ever seen is made by an artist. Done, cars, stores, design and packages. You know, everything's done by an artist. That's why it's like, you know, that's why I do gig work, so I can do more of my art. I try my best to kind of like try and balance it too. So what I do is that I use the YouTube as a means to be able to raise support and to raise money. I also have my Patreon. I have a Patreon, and I do Patreon work. You know, so I have a lot of videos on Patreon that you can actually go and see. There, what do you call it? My Patreon is One Life Must Art. You can see me there as well. But for the most part, though, I haven't had much of a. It's working up. It's working up, and I'm trying to get better at it. Right now, my YouTube is my main source, and then I'm getting money from that as well as from commissions. People ask me to make commissions for them, so I'm able to make commissions and do commission work. So between that, I'm doing gig work, and also between that, I'm also like doing I'm doing gig work, and I'm also trying to just maintain a family. I'm married and I have four kids. I'm married to an awesome woman, and I have 4 children. And so we are a family. We've been married. We're going to celebrate our 22nd anniversary coming up, and that's going to be like in June. So we're really excited about that. So, you know, we just ask God for wisdom as to, you know, being able to do something really nice. I want to do something really nice, but, you know, we took a really hard financial hit the other day that kind of really messed us up. And then this thing with the bridge money is not coming right away is really messing us up too. But I don't want to tell you no sob story, because y'all aren't here for no sob story. You guys want to hear some adventure story. So I'll tell you some cool adventure story. My adventure story was, you have to be able to solve different problems, right? You have to be able to look at a situation and see it from different angles, because sometimes that's all you have is the opportunity to look at it from different angles. And you're not sure exactly how you're going to solve it, right? And I'm not sure what that is. Varun, I'm not really sure what that is. I'm not really sure what that is, but for the most part, what happens is, like, you know, you have it where you go and you have to solve a problem. That's what it's about, problem solving. And, you know, so in a situation like how we have to figure out how to get back here on Saturday, right? So this is like a good piece of miles. So to go back home is about 15 miles. To come back again, it's another 15 miles. Then go back home again, another 15 miles. So you're looking at about 15 and 15 and 15. You're looking at 40, 35, 45 miles round trip, right? Do the math better. So you got 15, 15. That's 15, 15. It's 30, sorry. Yeah, and then so it's 45 miles to get back here. So in the meantime, I got to figure out, okay, how am I going to be able to make enough money? Have a good day, bro. It's a good art. Thank you. MHD Edit says, have a good day, bro. It's a good art. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You know, I'm gonna make some like lady parts. This is gonna be like humanoid cat. Okay, gonna be a humanoid cat with lady parts, because people always like that. I don't know. It's a lot of fun. For the most part, though, it's like you have this where how I see this is like, it's just a matter of looking at a situation and trying to solve it, you know? And I learned how to do this because somebody my friend of mine, his name is Marcos Mix. He was making, can you please listen to a song and rate it at 10? Could you please give me a thumbs up for being on my channel? I really appreciate that. Unknown Pilot. That'd be great. Thumbs up, I might. But anyway, so for the most part, though, so you want me to like stop the chat and go listen to your video right now? That's what you want me to do? Well, I can't really do that at the moment. Maybe a little later. Probably a little later, my friend. So what happens is that, you know, we have this here where I learned how to make this art because for all the years that I was doing art before, I did a lot of art on the computer. And the computer art led me to these rings. I was able to make these kind of rings and 3D print them, right? I mentioned this before. But what ended up happening was you want to see more of my art? My art's on we'll keep watching me. I'm gonna keep working on this stuff. My art is also look at the different channels. I have different playlists. Go through my different playlists You can see as much art as I have there possible. I have membership also on YouTube. So if you want to see some of my art and learn how to do this, I have a step-by-step how to do what I'm doing here right now. See, I'm kind of doing it as I'm talking, but I'm not really paying attention to it. I'm not telling you step-by-step how to do it. If you're just watching me do it, you see me do it, but you're not really sure, maybe sure what I'm doing, but I'm doing like various techniques to make it happen. It's my favorite song. I just wanted to share it with you. Love the art. Okay, thank you. Can I buy this? Yes, you can buy this actually. If you want to buy something, you got to go to my you can message me, go to my Instagram, or you can actually, just give me a super chat. You give me a super chat, but also you can actually message me on my Instagram. My Instagram is One Life Must Art. ONE One Life Must Art. Okay, I have this one here, but you're gonna see my phone number. I don't want you to see my phone number. Okay, so obviously you can do this. Showing you my phone number right here. It says right here. This here says One Life. Goodness, I just like it right there. One Life. I can't quite get this. Let me see. This way, further back, to the left, up, down, left, this way, and forward and over. One Life Must Art. So see, making sculptures and masking tape. One Life. Find my Instagram. One Life Must Art. Oh, goodness. So everything in reverse. One Life Must Art. Okay, there it goes. Okay, that's for that. All right. Okay, so let's see. This is what I have so far. I said, okay, can I buy this? It says, okay, bro. Yeah, so yeah, you can buy this. What happened was before I was doing a super chat challenge, I did one of those chat challenges, right? Where I had it before, where I had the Alien Queen. I made the Alien Queen live on YouTube. I did in 1 hour. I formed the Alien Queen, right, from scratch. And then I continued it the following week, and I continued the following week, and then now I have an Alien Queen at home, and pretty much, let's see, Alien Queen. No, I don't have the Alien Queen anymore. Somebody bought it, Alien Queen, right? Did you buy the Alien Queen?
We have two, Alien Worker and something.
Yeah, there was I have the drone. That's it, bro. You look like a GTA character. Why? Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'd love to see what you look like. All right. So anyway, so what happens for the most part though, you have it where yeah, I had that as a functional Alien Queen, and then so what happens, I bring it to the night markets with me. So you've seen it at the night markets, and so the markets when we go and we do presentation art. So for the most part though, you have this thing where it's like, you have to kind of make your art and let your art be known, but you got to make art that nobody else is making, because if you make art everybody else is making, then you are going to be making art like everybody else. So you have to make an art that nobody else is making, and this is an art that nobody else is making by the grace of God, right? And so because of that, we have thank God for that, we have a unique characteristic that we're able to do and able to make something that not too many people can make, but because it's like, this is a lightweight sculpture. Lightweight sculptures that you can actually make that could actually quite durable and last for a long time going forward, Anyway, so what happens is, like, if you're able to do that, you're able to make cool art and do cool art stuff, and you're able to, like, one, impress kids. Little kids love this stuff, let me tell you. Not to mention, you can also impress, like, adults. Adults love this stuff too when you start making them. And we have classes that we do that it's really cool. We did like a birthday class, and we're sat down on a birthday, and we just had time where people were just like, we just sat down and had some kind of an art therapy. And we just sat there, started making stuff, and it started becoming more and more like a really wonderful experience and exchange, because you have it where people started just sharing and started opening up, and there's something therapeutic about when you use your hands to make art. You make stuff with your hands, and you're able to, like, bless people, and it's like cooking. When you cook food and you do it out of love, you really bless people's hearts. People they can taste the love in the food. When you do something out of love for people or love for someone else, you just start making stuff. People really they can actually sense how wonderful that is, and it's like, you want me to make a Venom art for me? I have a Venom. I have a Venom art. I don't have him with me now. I don't have my art, but yeah, definitely. Listen, if you want a Venom art, definitely come talk to me on my talk to me on not here in a public chat, obviously, but talk to me on my Instagram, right? And, you can send money through Cash App if you want to. If you want to send me Cash App money, you can do that as well. And then through that, Because what happened, I'll make it for you. It's pretty much, let's see. Because what happens, I can make it fresh. I already have one I've already made, and pretty much I have them for different prices depending on on what I hope to accomplish. But yeah, I could make a Venom character. I've made Venom characters before. I actually have one at home. I have a Venom head. If you look through my videos, my most recent video, I have one where I did my my night market. I have a Venom head that I made, a Venom skull. Right? I don't have my Venoms with me now, but I have also Spider-Man and a Spider-Man art that I've made as well. My son does Spider-Man too. He makes Spider-Man. My other son does the Pokemon stuff. He makes all the cool Pokemon. So we can do all the cool. We can make anything in masking tape. The only thing we try not to make is politicians, because politicians are weird people, come from a weird place, and we like to make good things, So what happens is, like, we don't make politicians. Like, for example, somebody says, "Can you make a Trump or something like that, or make a Biden?" No, I'm not gonna do that. They're different people. But yeah, I can make a Spider-Man. I could make a Sure, you go to So what happens is that I could make different creatures. I could make anything in masking tape, but family friendly, please, family friendly stuff. I get weird requests. One time this lady asked me to make. I'm not even gonna tell you. I was like, I'm not even gonna tell you what it was. But for the most part, though, it's like weird requests. And I don't do the weird requests, okay? Just let me make something that's family friendly, that can sit on your mantle for years to come, and that people won't be embarrassed. And your grandmother would be like, "What is that? What is that?" Kind of a thing, Don't let your grandmother be like that, and don't make me have to make something that I'll regret making. Okay? Thank you. Next thing too is like yeah, I can make. If anybody wants a sculpture from me, please send me a super chat and tell me what kind of sculpture, and I'll try and figure out pretty much how to do it. Super chat. You can also Cash App me if you like. Cash App, if you want to Cash App me, is GREX777. That's GREX777. If you want to yeah, you can Cash App me, and you can tell me what you want. Yeah, so that's how you do it. GREX. I'm gonna write it down so you guys can see it. Where's a pencil? I have a pen somewhere.
Well, you have to figure out how to private message me, I guess.
Yeah, you can private message me, but on the Cash App thing, you can actually tell me exactly what you want. So you can actually tell me exactly what you want in the Cash App. I'll tell you, for any custom make stuff, right off the bat, custom make item, when we make something custom make, it's gonna run you about $60. Okay, run you about $60 for something custom made, about 60. Right, it's gonna be more the bigger, more elaborate it gets. But I'm gonna write this backwards so you can see it. I'm gonna write it backwards. So I'm gonna write my letters backwards. So when you look at it in the thing, you'll be able to see it. I'm gonna write it backwards because be able to problem solve. Alright, it's like, so this is. Alright, so when you look at it, this is my Cash App. Cash App is GREX777. I had to write it backwards because everything is backwards in the thing. But there it is, GREX777. If you want to go ahead and Cash App me, that's the number. I'm going to put it right here.
How much would it Cash App you?
$60. There you go. $60. And then what happened? The Cash App will tell me your details as to where I can find you and all that good stuff. So there you go, Cash App.
Then have to be including shipping?
Yeah, it depends on where you are. Hopefully not like another country. If international, no. Unless you want to pay for international shipments. And we can work something out. But there you have it. You can also find me at One Life Art on Instagram. So I'm going to have a hard time writing that backwards. So I'm not even going to try to write that backwards. I'm just going to go ahead and put this here so you can see it. Right? So right there on my chest. Boom! So okay, so my Cash App. There you have it. GREX. Can I trust you, bro? Alright, well, you want me to tell you? You want to tell me a secret about your life? I'm an internet face, but I'm actually a real person. Unless you're gonna tell me some kind of like weird secret, or pretty much something that's criminal. Yes, you can trust me, but you know what? You should like wait. You should know you can trust me. Not that I had to tell you should trust me. It's one of those things. If you want me to make something for you, as long as you're not like in far away and I have to ship it to you, but if you have to ship it, you're gonna pay for shipping. Okay, that's how much you gotta pay for shipping. These things weigh somewhere around from 3 to 5. Well, 2 to 5 pounds when I make them, and I also ship them through a thing. So if you want to send me some money through Cash App, you can do that.
Tell me what it is.
And then tell me what it is what you want me to make. I can make a Venom for you. It's not a problem. It's not really showing. It's like right there, GREX777. Right? I can just fix it up a little bit, make that a little better. 777. All right, let's see if we fix that there. I have to write it backwards. It's all one. G-Rex 777. All right, G-Rex 777. That's Cash App, baby. I don't know where to put this thing. It's like I'm gonna put it on a water bottle right here. Yeah, right there, on a water bottle. How's that? Can you see that? Yeah, see that? Okay, cool. I gotta keep a water bottle on my leg. I don't know what to do. I'm just gonna say it's G-Rex 777. Can I trust you, bro? If you want to, definitely, if you want to try something else. Okay, so anyway, so pretty much, I'm just gonna keep working on this creature here and keep talking until my kids show up. So what happens is, like, you know, they're coming back from a bus trip, so they're gonna be here any moment. For the most part, though, yeah, I'm continuing to work on this sculpture right here, and this sculpture is a sculpture that's a yeah, let me see an episode of Batman. Yeah, that's right. That's my G-Rex 777. Yep, that's me. Yep. It's my Cash App. So for the most part, though, you have it where I'm working on this creature here. And I'm going to give it the cool creature accoutrements that makes the creature a cool creature. But also, let's give the creature some hips. Yes, let's give the creature some hips, because it has to have the cool creature baby making hips. Because why not? Why not make a creature that has baby making hips? Right? So, good for that. Anyway, so the most part, though, yeah, this is the situation there. We have like I said before, everything that's made is made by an artist, and the artists, they have many different things, but an artist, their situation is that they have something they have to give birth to. An artist must give birth to some kind of, you know, of some kind of art, and we do this every day. I mean, I believe everybody's an artist, and I believe everybody has some kind of skill supposed to bestow upon the world, you know. And I think that everybody has something to contribute to the greater good for mankind, as well as for the blessing of just being able to, like, you know, make the world a better place. Because every single thing, again, somebody designed a bicycle because they wanted to be able to solve a problem of walking and be able to rest and walk and travel at the same time, and so that's what they did. Then you also have the situation where it's like you are faced with, and you're trying to solve a problem. So artists are problem solvers, okay? Sometimes, I mean, I don't know about abstract art so much, but abstract art is still art, because I always wonder if abstract art is something that somebody else has to make it, but it's so open to interpretation. Like, I'm more of a form and functional artist. I make stuff that's based upon, like, some kind of physiological principle, some kind of anatomical principle, and even though it might be slightly different or something, it's one of those things where the art that I make is based on, like, you know, form and function. So for the most part, though, this is where you have the scenario and the situation, is where you're able to make cool artists and artwork. So yes, see. So anyway, so what happens is, like, back to what I was saying before about the roadie thing. Those of you joining me now, I want to let you know that, again, don't take no roadie trip or any trip that's not going to pay you right away when you have to go across a bridge, okay? If you have to wait a couple days, kind of reconsider taking that trip, because I know many people can afford it and it doesn't matter. But if you have to, have to wait many days for the money to come back, you know, you start forgetting, and they have a 15-day limitation on that. They'll actually stop giving you, they won't pay you for something that's past 15 days. So you have to kind of be on them, and that's not good. So yeah, so if you're trying to, you know, you're trying to feed your family and trying to do a good thing and trying to be a good person, and you're doing the best you can, and then you have a situation where you're getting, like, your money stolen from you or taken from you so you can do a trip for somebody amongst all the other things you have to do, don't take that trip. Really, don't take that trip. Try not to invest yourself in a situation that's going to cost you to be, like, totally stressed out, not to mention a little bit broker when you start, you know. So imagine you start off already broke. Like, when I used to drive yellow cab taxi, I drove yellow cab taxi for about 4 years, and when I drove yellow cab, you start off at minus 150 every single day, right? So you start off 150 minus 150 because you had to pay for the car, rent the car, then you have to pay for the gas, right? Because you use the car, you use the gas, and then any Easy Pass comes out of that too. So all the money has to be added because they got to pay for their Easy Pass, right? And so the customer's paying for that. So any extra money that goes in your pocket, any money that goes into the thing, any money that goes into the computer system, into the card reader and all that, what ends up happening is that they get their cut. The people and the garage get their cut, Even the dispatcher who's giving you the stuff, he gets a little cut too. As a matter of fact, I found out when you didn't tip the dispatcher, the dispatcher, what happened was that you ended up getting like a really bad car that was breaking down. I had a car that broke down on me because I was like, why am I tipping you guys? You gotta get paid, you know, to the dispatcher. And oh, he made my life trouble, let me tell you. So I ended up having to give him a little $5 here, a little $10 here to get a nice car, and he would just it was one of those things. We would share a car because those cars would, like those yellow cabs, they would like totally just go back and forth like all 24 hours. So when you came in, they would watch the car and they'd give it a look and they'd see if there's anything leaking out of it. And after that, they would like send the car out again. So you had to be there at 4 a.m. to catch the car. You better bring the car back at 4 p.m. You had 12-hour shift, and the next person they take the car at 4:01. And they're back at 4 a.m. So that's how it is. And that car just ran and ran and ran. And you come back full, and then whatever they fill up the gas for you, which was great. You go into the thing as you get there, they fill up the gas and they tell you how much gas it is, and you got to pay that out too. So yeah, so when you start that up, that's yellow cab, right? That's yellow cab. When I'm doing my car stuff, this is my car. I got to pay my insurance already, like my car insurance, and this is an old car. And you would think that because you have an older car, you have less insurance to deal with, right? You have less insurance to deal with. No. It's the same. I don't even have any coverage on my car. I have coverage like just liability, which is like for other people's and for situations. So something happened to me on my side, and I run into a wall with the car. They're gonna be like, "That's tough cookies, man. Tough cookies." So that's already how it is, They're not even gonna look at me. So the thing is, like, you have to be able to repair your own car when it comes to it, right? Not to mention, next month I have inspection coming up, and that's another wonderful thing you have to do. You take your car in for inspection, and they tell you all the things that's wrong with your car. Not to mention, it's like how badly I've been driving my car, like this 10,000 miles that I've driven last year. Yeah, that was great. I actually crossed over 200,000 miles. That was actually cool. If you look at my Instagram, I have that when I actually crossed over 200,000 miles. That was like sometime this year. Was that this year? Mm-hmm. That was this year. Okay, that was this year. We actually crossed over 200,000 miles. This is my beautiful wife, Amy. Amy says, "Hey."
Hi.
And so what happens is that we're kind of just sitting in the car waiting for the chitlins to come in. So for
7:37.
7:37 to come in.
Mm-hmm.
Estimated.
That's what their thing says. The tracker.
Okay. I'm gonna open the window a little bit. I'm just cooking up in here. Cause I had to muffle the sound a little bit so you guys can actually hear me. But because of that, I'm just kind of like gonna open the window a little bit. Okay, good. So anyway, so what happens is this, right? I'm almost finished making this creature. Let's see this here picture here. So yeah, so I'm making this creature. I'm making the hands now, and so this is like a really cool looking creature right here. So yes, if you guys want one of these creatures, yeah, definitely just send me a super chat and let me know what kind of creature I should make. Because I have another tomorrow. I usually do my sculpting on Tuesdays on Thursdays. Today's actually early because what happens is like we're waiting for our kids to arrive in from retreat. So, but usually I do this on Thursdays because Thursdays are the days when I just finished doing like a roadie order or something. It's before Friday. I have a lot less competition with other content makers, right? What happens is that I'm able to have my own time. So that's pretty much what makes it kind of cool. So when you're doing this here, you're actually able to like to just do this. But then tomorrow, arms aren't long enough. See that? It's one arm is longer than the other. Oh, okay. The episode of Batman I was talking about. This episode of Batman where they turn Catwoman into like a cat person, like a cat person, a person that's actually like a cat, right? And so she's like half human, half cat. And it's like, it was called Tiger. I talked about like there was a hybrid cat creature, and it was like named Tigress was his name. And so they turned Selena Kyle into a cat woman for real. And then Batman was going crazy because I don't know why Batman likes a criminal so much, But Batman's tormented, by the way. I've come to the conclusion that Batman's not only is he tormented, he really is not that great of an example. Yes, he's a cartoon character, but when you start really boiling it down, he's a lawbreaker, man. He's breaking all kind of laws. My kids and I, we went back and forth on this, talking about how much of a lawbreaker he is. If you punch a person, it's assault. You know that, right? That's a criminal offense. If you break into somebody's house, that's a felony. That's you break into somebody's house, that's trespassing. That's also a criminal offense. Pretty much going as a vigilante. That's also a criminal offense. That's 3 crimes right there, right? Not to mention, it's like, endangering the welfare of minors. Oh my goodness, he has endangered the welfare of, let's see, Robins, all the Robins in his life, Barbara Gordon. Oh goodness, all the stuff that Batman's done, and then he's poor guy, and he's dealing with the instability of it all. And watching what happened to his parents in the presence of what happened in crime and stuff like that. But I mean to talk bad about Batman, but honestly, he's one I like better. I like Terry McGinnis. I like the Batman Beyond because he was already like criminal trying to deal with the whole thing, and he's trying to get out of it. He's trying to help the situation and become a better person, and I like that. I thought it was a good, and also he kind of like got to the point where we could actually walk away from it all. He says, you know what, I did my time, but later they found out that he was actually the offspring of the Batman. He was a clone. You hear? All right, folks. My friends, thank you for the 40 viewers. If you guys give me a thumbs up, I really appreciate that. If you guys like and subscribe to my channel, that'll help me out wonderfully too. If you bring me up to 3,100 subscribers, that'll help me out tremendously because I can actually do a really cool sculpture. Maybe something very intense, something very extravagant for you. I'd just let you know. But definitely, please like and subscribe to my channel. I have a lot of people watching right now, and I'm really happy for that.
I could drive.
You want to just start the car? Okay, I gotta start the car real quick. Hold on a second. All right. So my wife's gonna drive a little bit. Okay, I guess I'm not gonna end. We're gonna just go pick up my my kids real quick. Let me put my seatbelt on. That's a cool thing when both people know how to drive. Like I can drive, my wife drives. That's good stuff because you know what? That means we increase our range by tremendous. And especially here in New York, not too many people like driving in New York. And if you could drive in New York, you could drive anywhere. Honestly, as a matter of fact, when I went to Montreal once, and I was so scared driving in Montreal. We have to circle the block. Circle the block? Are you gonna do it that way? That way? Okay. And so what happened? I was so scared driving in Montreal. It was like they had a thing called the autoroutes, and I guess it's a number because when you go there, you see right here for us when you drive at 60 miles an hour, it's like 60 miles an hour, but it's like according to the autoroutes, it's 100 kpm, kilometers per hour. So that's like it says 100. So when I see that 100, I'm thinking that's 100 like 100, or that's 100 like 100. 100 our 100, 100 their 100, and their 100 is the same as about a 60. So what happens is that we were like, I was terrified driving in Montreal. But then after that, I said, I can do that. That's not a problem. But yeah, because we're pretty much road warriors. I'm gonna go see that new Mad Max movie. I mean, at some point, maybe when it comes out on disc or something. Because our theater that we go to, we saw the last movie that we saw was King Kong and Godzilla, Kong X Godzilla, and that one was on a discount matinee, right? And then discount matinee, we were able to see that, and the whole time. That was the last time that theater was in operation. That was near our house, and because of that, that theater no longer exists anymore. So that was the last one we saw was Kong X Godzilla, Kong and Godzilla. That was really cool. We totally liked that. The sad part is that was the last time, but I definitely want to see the Mad Max movie because I'm the whole Road Warrior situation. That's loads of fun. So, okay, well, I'm gonna go see my daughters. They're coming back from the trip. So I just want to say thank you so much for watching. Okay, yeah, park right here. Awesome. So my daughters are here. Okay, I'm gonna go see you. All right, I wish you all the best. God bless you. Aim, say bye.
Bye.
Bye. All right, thank you everybody for liking and subscribing to our channel. Thank you for everything. I'm gonna say bye right now. Okay, so this is kind of what I'm working on. Okay, I'm tuning in tomorrow around 6:30 to see if I have done more to this. Okay, so I'm tuning tomorrow to see how much cool stuff I've made. God bless you. Be strong, Lord, the power of His might, and keep doing what you're doing. And peace. All right, so peace. God bless you. Bye.